here is our trial balance, okay? Cash at hand, 630. Our bank is on the negative side, 650. Payable, 145. Fixture, 200. Inventory, 275. Our loan is 200. Capital balance is 500. Debtor is on the credit side, 50. Return, 60. This return will adjust our what? Our inventory, okay? So if you don't want the return to appear in your trial balance, you can simply deduct 60. All right, okay, it will be 215 instead, and this 60 wouldn't be here. But just for this purpose of this tutorial, I will just list out everything for you to see, okay? But normally, return will adjust the inventory so that we can know our closing balance of the inventory. So finally, we have property. How much? 500. You see, the total balance, the total debit balance is 1,605. And the total credit side is 1,605. It is all balancing. Hi, welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be categorizing these transactions into different ledger accounts. And after that, we follow up with drafting a trial balance. If this video interests you, grab your pen and your paper. Let's get working. And don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe if you're yet to. Let's get started. So we have a list of transactions that this business has incurred, and we're going to be categorizing them. In accounting, every transaction that a business makes affects two accounts. Every debit entry must have a corresponding credit entry. So if you open one account, it will lead to opening another account. Let's take the first transaction. This is a continuation of the previous video. We've covered A and B. If you've not watched the previous one, please catch up with that one before continuing with this one. We bought goods on credit for £275. How would you account for that? First of all, a creditor, small like your supplier, you purchase an item on credit with agreement to pay in future, right? So it's going to affect payable account. We bought goods on credit. It's going to affect another account called inventory. Inventory is an asset account. This is what you sell to your customers. You purchase goods on credit from your supplier. So goods is an asset. So we're going to debit 275. And because we made payment on credit, we have not really made the payment. We're going to do what? Credit our payable because we are owing the supplier 275. That is done. And the next one is we introduced cash into the business. As a business owner, when you introduce cash into the business, how do you account for that? First, money introduced into a business is called capital. We open a capital account. Capital is usually a default credit balance, right? So we introduce £500 into the business. We credit 500, and that 500 we introduce into the business, right? They said is cash, right? Not at bank. So basically, you had a tin in your shop, and then you introduced 500 physical cash. So cash came in, so we're going to debit 500. We credit capital and debit cash. Debit, credit. So this is done. The next one is Olu lends the firm 200 in cash. So probably a friend lent you 200, lent the business 200, right? The money came into the business in form of cash. So money is coming in. So we debit 200 cash. And what is the corresponding entry? We're going to open a loan account because we still owe this money to this person, this Olu that sends this money to us. So we open a loan account. Loan is usually a liability and it has a default credit balance. How much is that? 200 credit. As you can see, debit 200, credit loan 200. Done. A debtor paid us 50. Say we sold an item on credit to a customer and now they're paying us in check. And check here represents bank. So they transferred how much? £50 into our bank account. Right. We're going to open another account called debtor account to track how much that debtor still owes us. You understand? If you sold an item to your customers and they promise to pay in the future, you have to track that account to know exactly when they make the payment to you. Right. The debtor paid £50 in check. Okay. Debtor is usually a default debit balance. Right. So they paid us 50. We're going to credit debtor. Right. And debit bank. How much is that? 50. Debit bank, because the money was paid into our bank account, and we credit the debtor. Crediting the debtor will reduce the debtor account. It will reduce the amount that are left for the customer to pay to us. Hope you understand that. Right, this is done. The next one is we returned goods costing 600 to our supplier. Let's imagine that. Remember, we initially purchased goods worth 275. Let's say we returned some part of that, right? We're going to open another account called return. Okay, debit, credit. This will often reduce the inventory account. Okay, so how much did we return? Return goods worth 60, right? We're going to credit 60. And what are we going to debit? We return goods costing 60 supplier whose bill we had not paid. We haven't paid this supplier. That means it's going to affect our payable. The amounts we owe this supplier will reduce. Do you understand? We debit 60 and we credit 60. Okay? However, so this 60, we often reduce inventory because we return some part of those inventory back to the supplier, right? Okay, but we're not going to do it here. When we are balancing our account, this is when probably at the end of the month, okay, in the real life experience, at the end of the month, you have to balance up your account to know how much inventory that you have as closing stock, okay? Finally, we bought shop premises, 500, and we paid through check. We're going to open property accounts, okay? It is an asset as well, okay? Property. We're going to name it property. Property is a fixed asset. It usually has a default debit balance. So how much did we pay? 500. We debit 500. And because we paid through check, we're going to do what? Decrease our bank account by 500. Okay? So now we're going to just assume that this is the end of the month and we're going to balance our account, our T accounts, our general ledger account to see how much that is the balance at the end of the month. So after balancing the account, then we draft our trial balance. The reason for drafting your trial balance is so that you know whether your debit and your credit balances. If it does not balance, that means there is a discrepancy somewhere. There is a mistake and there is something needs reviewing. You understand? So I'm going to sum up this and then come back and show you guys, and then we draft our trial balance. Okay, I'll balance up the account off camera and then I'll return. See you then. So now I have finally balanced off our accounts. As you can see, our cash balance is 630. On the cash side, it is good because it is positive. We have a cash balance of £630. Okay, but coming to our bank account, we are running on credit, about £650 on credit, meaning that we have overdrawn our account, so it's on the negative side, and hence instead of bank being on the debit side of our trial balance, it's going to be on the credit side. Okay, we have a bank balance of 650 on the credit side, meaning overdrawn. Okay, coming to account payable, we have £145 as our balance. That will be going on the credit side. We have fixture, obviously 200, inventory 275. However, we're going to adjust the inventory during our trial balance. We adjust the inventory with the return of £60. Our loan is 200, capital is 500, Debtor is on the credit side, and property is obviously on the debit side. So let's go and see how our trial balance is looking. So here is our trial balance, okay? Cash at hand, 630. Our bank is on the negative side, 650. Payable, 145. Fixture, 200. Inventory, 275. Our loan is 200. Capital balance is 500. Debtor is on the credit side, 50. Return, 60. This return will adjust our what? Our inventory, okay? So if you don't want the return to appear in your trial balance, you can simply deduct 60. All right. Okay, it will be 215 instead, and this 60 wouldn't be here. But just for this purpose of this tutorial, I will just list out everything for you to see. Okay. But normally, return will adjust the inventory so that we can know our closing balance of the inventory. So finally, we have property. How much? 500. You see, the total balance, the total debit balance is 1,605, and the total credit side is 1,605. It is all balancing. So finally, we have managed to balance our book. We started off with the list of these transactions. We categorized it into different account ledgers. Okay, we balanced off, assuming it is the end of the month, and then we drafted our trial balance, and it's all balancing. I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it has been helpful, like this video, subscribe, and share if you can, and leave a nice comment in the comment section. If you have any question at all as regards to this lecture today, leave your question down in the comment section and I will answer you. Right, we have come to the end of today's video, and I'm going to see you all on my next one. Bye.